lesson, we will start with conjunct letters. Conjunct letters are a combination of two or more consonants that merge together to form a composite alphabetical structure. In Bangla script, when two consonants come together without an intervening vowel, they combine to form a conjunct or a cluster. This is a way to represent consonant clusters in writing, and these clusters often result in different shapes in which it is often difficult to trace the constituent alphabets. Conjunct letters are called juktakhar in Bangla. We can divide Bangla conjunct consonants into three categories. Conjuncts formed by combining multiple consonants from the same group or borgo. Second, conjuncts formed by combining the same consonant from the same group or borgo. And the last, conjuncts formed by combining the consonants from different groups or borgo. In some cases, the consonant may appear in multiple forms within a conjunct, and only a part of the original consonant, like a stroke or a curve, may be visible. Sometimes, a final shape of the consonant conjunct does not resemble the corresponding constituent consonants. In this fascinating journey of conjunct letters, we will start with a concept called phalā. We will delve into the set of letters of Bangla alphabet. First is ja phalā, second is ra phalā, third is ref, fourth is ba phalā. Let's take a closer look at each of them one by one. The first phalā we have here is ja phalā. It can occur in a word as a second member of the orthographically represent consonant cluster. For example, the orthographic representations of nyay, which means justice, the ja phalā appears with donto at its right to form the cluster. Similarly, in case of the orthographic representations of bonno, means wild, it appears with donto in its right hand side in the word final position as the second member of the cluster. Note, the shape of this diacritic marker called ja phalā is different from the corresponding alphabet. This mark modifies the pronunciation of the letter it is attached to. In the case of ja phalā, the consonant it is attached with is pronounced twice. For example, bakko, which means a sentence, is pronounced as bakko. For certain borrowed words like academy, during transliteration, we are encountering the orthographical clusters of vowels and consonants. To capture the pronunciation of academy, a as the cluster of o, ja phalā and akar is introduced. Ja phalā is only attached with one vowel, that is o. Ja phalā does not function as an independent sound or syllable. It always attaches to a consonant and occasionally to a vowel also. Ja phalā is attached to the right side of a consonant or a vowel as the diacritic mark. It shares its matra with the matra of the other alphabet which it's attached to. Beneath the commonly shared matra, a small outward curve followed by an inward curve is drawn in the vertical direction to write ja phalā. Let's try out a few letters and words using this diacritic mark. Bangla word shotto means truth in English. We can spell it as donte sha toy ja phalā, shotto. Let's take another word, tag, which means sacrifice in English. We can spell it as toy ja phalā akar go, tag. There are other instances like dhonno, which means blessed or fortunate, nitto, which means eternal or daily, and Konna, which means daughter or girl. Our next discussion is on ra phalā. It can occur in a word as the second member of the orthographically represented consonant cluster. It can occur word initially as in protha, which means ritual, word medially in ashray, which means shelter, and word finally in nomro, means humble. In all the three cases, the ra phalā is attached below with pa, talabosha, and mo to form the desired cluster. The shape of ra phalā is different from the corresponding alphabet ra. In the case of ra phalā, it is pronounced together with the consonant it is attached with. Ra phalā does not function as an independent sound or a syllable. It always attaches to a consonant and modifies it orthographically. Ra phalā looks just like ja phalā, with the difference that unlike the latter, the former is aligned horizontally and it is added beneath the consonant, whereas ja phalā is added to the right of an alphabet. Let's try out few letters and words using the diacritic mark. Gram means village in English. We can spell it as goi ra phalā akar mo, gram. Let's take another word. Bojro means thunder in English. We can spell it as bo, borge joy ra phalā, bojro. The next mark we have here is ref. It can occur word medially as in durbal, which means weak. And in final position, we can get dorpo, means pride. In both cases, the sound of ref is pronounced before the consonant on which it appears. The shape of this diacritic mark is again not similar to ra. Ref does not function as an independent sound or syllable. It always attaches to a consonant, modifying it. Ref is placed above the consonant it modifies as a small piece of right aligned straight line. Let's try out few letters and words using the diacritic mark. Kormo means deed in English. We can spell it as ko, moi ref, kormo. Let's take another word. Borno means letter or color in Bangla. We can spell it as bo, murthun noy ref, borno. There are some other instances like dharmo, which means religion, gorjon, which means roar, and borsho, which means ear. The phalā we have here is ba phalā. It can occur word initially such as shargo, meaning heaven, medially noshor, meaning mortal, and finally in bisho, means the world, from the viewpoint of orthography. Ba phalā is represented with the Bangla alphabet ba only. It has no separate symbol. Ba phalā does not function as an independent sound or syllable. It always attaches to a consonant, modifying it. Ba phalā is added either to right side of a consonant or at the below of it. For example, compare dhoy antastha boy of dhoni, means sound, with the taliposhoy antastha boy of bisho, means world. In case of dhoy antastha boy, the ba phalā is added just at the right side, but in case of taliboshoy antastha boy, it is added beneath the talibosho. Now, note that this ba in ba phalā is antastha ba and not borgyo ba. Let's try out few words with ba phalā. Bangla word deep means island in English. It is spelled as doy bafala, dirghoikar, po, deep. Bangla word bisho means world in English. It is spelled as boyroshoikar, taliboshoy bofala, bisho. There are other instances as well, like biddan, which means scholar, dhoni, which means sound, shor, which means voice or tone. Wonderful. Keep on practicing these letters for perfection. See you in the next class.